Thank you for being here. We're going to put on City Beauty. This is Sangria on our lips today. If you do makeup content, you'll understand what I'm about to say. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't done makeup in like 4 days maybe. And so it's like, what am I doing here? Like how? Like what? Inner rims and lower lash line. We have this on from NYX. It is their Vivid Rich Mechanical Liner, and the shade is Smoke and Topaz. So that's what we have on. The usual suspects for the rest of the face. We're going to use Midnight Serenade again. And we're going to incorporate 2 of the colors from Spellcraft Beauty. And I can tell which ones they are because you see how the pen is bent. And it's not even a pen, it's like a plastic paper type thing. And so we're going to do a halo look. So we're going to come here, and then this, and put this in the center. We're going to use this for our brow arch. And so we will have used all 3 of the shades from Spellcraft because I want to see how they're going to perform in this palette. And we may use this for transition, and we may put, I think we're going to put the blue for lower lash line. So that's what the plan is. We're going to kind of jump in. I did prime the eyes with the Fenty, and then I have on MAC Paint Pot and Groundwork on top of that. And so we're just going to jump in. Thank you for being here. If you're new, welcome. If you are coming back, I appreciate that. So we're going to take Velvet. And you know what? I don't remember what the names were of the shades from the Spellcraft Beauty palette. Am I going to do the intro? I am. Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why? The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you, don't do this, don't do that, blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you, just be who you are. Your life will be easier in the sense that you'll have peace knowing you are just being who you are and not constantly trying to change to be what other people want you to be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here, I don't know about anywhere else, but here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never, ever, ever feeling like you have to. The bottom line here is love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So I hope that resonates with you if you haven't heard it before. What else? Oh, 2 things about me. I do curse sometimes in videos and live streams, which we have every Monday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I do try to be aware of it to say, excuse me, every now and then one will get past me. I had Bolthouse Farm so far today. I haven't eaten any food yet today, but I will be doing that after this video. Yeah. So that's the first shade. My halos, I put the second to the darkest on the inner and outer. And then I take the darkest, and this is from Spellcraft Beauty, next to that. Because when I do, oh, this shade is dark. So y'all see, I got rid of like 3 of the those reddish tones. For me, sorry if I shook you, when I put the darkest all the way out and all the way in, I just don't like how it looks on me. And I don't know if it's my eye shape or what. And usually I don't bridge it unless it's a monochromatic look, because with my eye shape, again, like I don't always like how it looks. Yeah, and I haven't figured out why I don't like how it looks. I just know that I don't. And I haven't really thought too much about it. Y'all, every time like there's a short of the Super Bowl routine, I find myself watching it. And I have watched the routine at least like 3 times by now on the NFL channel. And I just love it. I am a Kendrick Lamar fan. I'm late to the party because I don't listen to much radio these days, and I don't listen to like usually like now hip hop. I like old school hip hop. But I'm really digging Kendrick Lamar. So what I was thinking of today is like when they say mustard on a beat, right? I was like, what is mustard? Like, what is that? I mean, we know what mustard is, but do y'all know what his name is that he was given at birth? And yes, that is his stage name, and a lot of actors, rappers, singers, they do that. His birth name is Dijon, and I was like, that's different. What was that just made that noise? I was like, that was different. And then it makes sense. I mean, his stage name makes sense because, like, how do you get Puff Daddy out of Sean Combs? Like, stuff like that don't make sense to me. Kanye, I get it because he shortened it to Ye. And I'm like, why people don't just want to say a whole word these days? And it's even worse with texting. You know, people texting. This dude I know is always texting without vowels. And I'm like, what is this word? Or he'll just put like acronyms. And I'm just like, can you just write the whole word? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you're like over 50. And so I do appreciate that his stage name is in line with his name he was given at birth. And even like Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, okay, that's what it is. Eminem, those are his initials to his name. And so I get it. But let me know if you ever think about, and I know my brain is a scary place, and some of y'all probably like, girl, I ain't never in my life even thought about any of this. But if you have thought about this, like, does it make sense to you? Like, what's with these made up names? You know what I mean? So I was thinking about that today. And then I'm like, why am I thinking about that? So I'm overlapping just to get a blend for these two inner corner shades. And they actually look nice together. Good choice. This is my first time using this since I put these shades in here. Spellcraft Beauty with the 3 of the shades in Midnight Serenade that I took out is in my Macari store. And I did do close-ups of the shadows that I took out because... yeah, I did like out some of the shadows because these are not magnetic. They're glued in, and so there was some casualties. We're going to take that first brush because I'm not liking the line that this made right here. We're not adding more on it, but we're going to... ooh, okay. We're going to overlap it, and now we're going to just feather. So we're mixing between feathering and just pulling it over. That looks a little better, but y'all know we're going to keep on going. I don't like that line right there, but I don't want to, let's take a little bit, excuse me for smacking my teeth. So we're going to put that on the line. That looks a lot better. I did not know, because I'm not from any of the islands, that what we say here, like smacking our teeth, in Caribbean places, it's called kissing teeth. And I didn't know that. And I learned that watching a short. There's this, I'm getting quite a bit of fallout. And I'm still kind of wondering low-key if that's from the paint pot and not putting the shadow directly on top of the primer, which is sticky. The paint pot is not sticky. It does hold shadow, but it's not sticky. He's a Caucasian guy, but he's Jamaican, and he does shorts or like short videos. Usually they are shorts, asking Black Jamaicans like advice. Like he'll stop them on the street and just say something. But he's hilarious. If I could find one, I'm gonna find one I'm thinking of. I saw a little while ago. It was hysterical. I was just like, and he was interviewing somebody, and she was like, what is happening? It was so funny. Now we're going to take this shade here. This shade is Ember. And I'm just like, and I'm glad they do the subtitles. And the comments were saying he was speaking patois. I don't know patois. So I really have to listen and pay attention when somebody's speaking it for me to understand what they're saying. And so I really appreciate like the captions because I was just and then some of the words, like when I see what the word is from the subcaptions, I think I know like what they're talking about, but it's just understanding the accent. That is pretty. But he is funny. He is funny. And what I like is that when I'm reading the comments, like when he stops random people on the street and be like, let me ask you something, and they're like, yeah, man. And he'll say something. And these are people like he don't know. And there's always comments about how that's how Jamaicans are. Like, you can stop them on the street in the middle of their business and they will stop and talk to you. And so I was just like, wow, that's pretty cool. Because here's, I mean, I don't know, because I don't be out asking people stuff. I ask people I know stuff. I don't just stop like random people. But it is pretty cool though. Oh, something flaked in this eye. This shade right here, the way that lights up this shade, that is pretty. This eye is about to tear. I could feel it because I got a piece of shadow fell into my eye. And so I'm just checking to see, are we about the same distance before we put on this center shade. And I do like the center shade kind of like here, but then I always end up taking it a little further out. So we're just going to, what if we just fill all of this in and then just do a straight line? Because I think that may help me to do just a straight line instead of trying to make a straight space, if that makes sense. See, right here, you don't see it. And then when you turn, it's like, oh, y'all, ooh. I figured out a series to do, and today my video came out. We used 3 different pat palettes, and I was saying how I don't want to start a series and then not finish it. And what I realized that I was saying was, if it's a 3-look video, you know, I do want all of those done at the same, well, within like a few days, so I can go ahead and just edit the entire thing. So it's not necessarily a series, but it's just if we're doing, you know, 3 certain looks or 3 halo looks or 3 whatever type of looks, I do want all of those done within a couple days so I don't have a lot of videos taking up space on my laptop. This is really pretty. This eye feels like it's tearing upward. We want to take the brush that had that first shade on it and we're just going to press because I feel like it's tearing upward, which will disturb the eyeshadow. So now we're going to take this shade, which is from this purple shade is messy. You see how this is like down here and down here, like why? Oh, and I wipe my finger. I'm wiping hard, and so I hope that's not what's on my face. So then we're going to take this shade, which was from Spellcraft Beauty. And we're just going to do a straight line. I think that's pretty. I was getting ready to say I think it would be better as a topper. So I was thinking I should have had taken this all the way across the center lid and then just made a straight line here, which is what we're doing. But it is showing up. So we're going to go sideways within that space. And then we're just going to feather it along the edges of that purple. Oh, this is pretty. Oh my gosh. This is pretty. So let me know what you think about some of these entertainers' names. And it seems to be more so for rappers than like R&B or, you know, something like that. But I was just like, oh, his legal name, well, his name given to him at birth was Dion. I'm like, that was different. I was like, wow. So mustard makes sense. Because it was like mustard. Mustard on the beat. Oh, it's like, who? Oh. Y'all, this is pretty. This is, look, oh. Wow. That is pretty. Now we're going to take this shade. We are going to take this shade. I don't remember if it makes me look dusty or not. And this is called Crescent. And so we're going to just go lightly at first. We're tapping straight in. Tapping off in my brows. Oh shit. In my brows, I have my MAC Paint Pot. No, I don't. MAC Fluid Line and Dip Down is a brown. And the shade is just called Dip Down, but it is a brown shade. And so I just always feel like I need to sing that. Yeah, so Dip Down is a brown. And it kind of looks laminated because there's no texture, there's no anything. It's just like a flat. This eye is tearing. It's just like a flat brown. Because you don't even see like my brow hairs. I want to do something else. Let me try and feather this down over this top line. And I didn't want to blend those purples upward because it would have been further. Oh, that looks nice. It would have been further up than it is. This is nice. And this does blend in. So if I do bridge my halo, I do like it to be like kind of a skin tone shade. Or a They're Not There shade. That's just for me, and I do think it has to do with my eye shape. So we're just feathering. What is pretty? to get that blend. Oh, look it now. And it looks like it's something under my brows, even though it's not, but we're going to take this shade. We're going to take Starlit. And we're not tapping off. We're going to put that. Oh, y'all. I do like this palette a lot better already because it's not those 4 reddish tones. And that purple is a deep purple. Like, I do think that adds a lot to this palette. If you remember what it looked, maybe I'll put a picture up here of what it looked like before. Let me know if you like it better this way. Does it look more versatile this way? Or does it just look more my vibe this way? Because I think both, but that's because of how I prefer my... Oh, that is too bright. Too bright. But it might just be like my preference. And so what do you think? Is this more versatile this way versus that way? And hopefully I'll put the picture in the right place. Yo, this shade is bright. Yeah, this is Starlit, and it is lit. Is this... Whoa! Whoa! Damn. This shade, I'm bringing this down because this side is down. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take this brush that had this shade on it. We're not going to add any to it, but we're just going to buff it because, particularly just right here, actually. Whoa, that shade. Wow. I am digging this look. Just taking my words, just taking my words. It's taking my words. But look how the brow art shade, like look at how, okay, so you don't really see it, and then it's just like, what is happening? Look over here now. Look at that. And that shift. And the lid shades. Everything just, ooh, I love it. So we're going to take this blue, which is Dreamscape. Y'all, I am digging this look. So forget what I said about not knowing what I was doing. But, and we're only going to put this under here just for extra color. That's all. And I think if I had a dark blue or a deep blue, I would put that on upper lash line. Y'all, this is pretty. I know some of y'all are saying, you could have just put the purple under there. Of course we could have. Of course. Of course we could have. I need to do one eye with the paint pot and one eye just with Fenty primer, even though I do put the paint pot over the primer, to see if that does make a difference in the amount of fallout that I get, because I'm not really sure, and so I don't want to say it's because of that. This is pretty, y'all. This palette, and I do like it a lot better because I almost didn't get it because I thought it was too light for me, but having this darker shade in there, it's nice, and having the black in there helps, and this dark blue, this brown up here, well, y'all see it, but ooh, this is pretty. I don't want to put that there. I need to take this first, well, not need to. This is a brush that had that first shade on it because I feel it's getting wet right here, which means it'll make the shadow crease. So we're gonna be, y'all, I am loving this look. Let me know what y'all think, and we're not even, done yet. So we are going to, we had some foundation left on here, so we're going to put that under here and under here. So I'm glad I did not finish the face. I find that when I'm not going anywhere, I tend to finish the face after we do the eye look, but if I'm going somewhere, I always do my face first, because then I'm like looking at the time and I'm thinking, do I have time to do an eyeshadow look? Or I might just not do an eyeshadow look and do an eyeshadow look later to record. And so I'm going to do that. I have noticed less crepiness increasing putting the concealer on top of the foundation versus under, even though I don't use it a lot anyway, so I don't know like what that's about. We are going to, I do want to put a color up there though, but we're going to put Black Mirror for our upper lash line. We're going to do the usual suspects for the face. Right now I'm fishing for a 210 brush because they are so tiny, but I can do that not here. Just grab one because then I need to pull out brushes for everything else on the face. And so when we come back, everything will be done. This is the finished look, y'all. We went simple with the lip. from MAC, their lip gloss, Maleficent. This one. We did do the black on upper lash line. Y'all, I am really digging this mascara from Lethal. It's called Capacity, is it? How did I remember that? I am loving how this looks on my lower lash line. I really am. And we used the L'Oreal for upper lash line. It is a good mascara. It is a good mascara. I really love the Beyond mascara from City Beauty, and I really love the Esom The Mascara. It's just called The Mascara. So this is not a bad one. I just love the other two, where this one I do like, and it does say, it does do what it says it's going to do. So for on my face, cashew powder, and I like it today, and I went light, and I'm wondering if part of the creasing in my wrinkles was I was using too much powder, and I really do think I was, because I would pat it and y'all would see like a puff of smoke. So I went light with the powder today for our bronzers, for our face situation, the cheek situation. It is House Labs. So we did deep level 10 and also medium level 7. Yeah, y'all, look at it. And pick that random raw amber for our highlight. I just skipped over the blush, didn't I? So this is the highlight we have on. And I thought it was fitting because of the look that we did. The blush, I did pick it intentionally, Lavender Blonde, because I didn't want to do a bold cheek. Like, when am I caring about what people think, right? Hourglass, we use Mood Light Ambient Lighting Powder. And we put that under eye and all over. And I do like how that looks underneath. And this is the one I thought that I wouldn't, because it's described as sheer lavender pink. But I like how that's looking under my eye. Do I want to try a pink powder? No. Then after we put the Hourglass all over, then we took Chocolate Opal highlighter. And we patted that on the cheeks, on the chin, and like right here, center of the forehead. And that's it. Also for bronzer, I do put some on my nose. That is... I think that's everything that we did, y'all. Let me know. Y'all, look at that. I'm going to turn the ring light off in the back. Look. I see that center shade. That's that green. Y'all. And how these purples blended in. How that purple shimmer blended in. Y'all. I am loving it. Now, let me see if I turn these two lights off. So this is how we look. I be pulling muscles that I don't know I have. So this is the ring light up top and the lighted mirror in the back. And actually this lighting is good, but look at this look, y'all. And and look at my brows. I forgot it was there till I went like this. And I'm like, oh, what's that blue? Like that? I think this is what Equinox and Blooms should have looked like, because it is clearly blue and it's clearly a shift, because it's white right here. But then when you turn, it's a blue and then it just fades away. Like that is beautiful. All right, so let me know what you think of this look. Let me know again what you think of this palette. Thank y'all so much for being here. There's stuff popping up over here for you to watch. If you're visiting, I would love for you to subscribe. I mean, I probably popped up stuff all through the video as reminders, and also membership information is below. And I am going to go ahead and start another series. And I will be asking members like what they think or certain things that they want to see. So for me, that's my favorite membership perk, is that they get to help me decide what content they want to see. So if you want to make requests, you want to see certain things, you want to see certain looks, that's the way to do that. And there are other perks too. So thank you for being here. As always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.